he need underground tunnels for? Is he preparing for doomsday? Or is he trying to get something through those tunnels?
There's people who have sex with animals, dead animals. I was taken and told that I had to give a blow to
miles and miles. So if you go down the wrong one, you'll get stuck, and it's confusing to turn back around and get back to where you're going. So you have to be led in and out.
In the world of celebrity intrigue, some of these stories sound like they're straight out of a Hollywood script. Today we're delving into the world of Sean Diddy Combs and how federal authorities have made a startling discovery that has shocked the nation. Federal agents acting on a tip embarked on a covert operation that led them to the sprawling estate of music mogul Diddy. But what they found there went far beyond their wildest imagination. Hidden from plain sight is a network of secret tunnels and elaborate treehouses. What do these clandestine structures hold, and what connection do they have to the illustrious owner of the estate? Join us on an exclusive journey as we uncover the truth behind the hidden world of Diddy's property. From clandestine meetings to covert operations, this is a story you won't want to miss. But of course, before we go any further, make sure first that you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell for more updates and videos like this. Now let's get going.
There's certain people that you don't talk about because you just don't. There were certain people that I seen down there, from Beyonce, Jay-Z. You don't tell on P. Diddy, but P. Diddy.
I think people assume that when you get underground, it's just this dirt, and you keep going deeper, and there's more dirt, and then there's cages of children.
Allegedly, because of these tunnels that were already built and that are connected to P. Diddy's home, where whatever P. Diddy wanted to do, he can do freely without anybody knowing about, because the tunnels are up under the house.
It seems like karma has arrived with a vengeance, marching in with all the force of a big-booted sister from the hood, ready to deliver a curb stomping to none other than Diddy. Now, while he might deserve it, he's just one piece of the sprawling puzzle that is the Hollywood secret human exploitation ring. Take, for instance, the recent case in Manhattan Beach, California, where children bravely came forward with terrifying tales of tunnels beneath their school that led to a trapdoor in a neighboring triplex. This also involved vehicular exploitation and exploitation within the community. It's chilling to hear about the horrifying experiences of 3- and 4-year-old children who, before even entering kindergarten, were subjected to nightmarish situations involving adults in black robes chanting, candles, and what seems undoubtedly like satanic ceremonies.
Adults in robes, black robes, chanting, candles. And in checking into this and researching this, of course, this was obviously a satanic ceremony.
Despite the grandmother's acquittal and mistrial of Ray Buckey, the details of the case remains disturbingly unresolved. According to ex-FBI Special Agent Ted Gunderson, these incidents are just the tip of the iceberg. He asserts the existence of an elaborate network of underground tunnels that are used for exploitation of children for such rituals, with Hollywood elites supposedly at the helm. The question arises, what is the purpose of these tunnels? Are they merely conduits for exploitation, or do they serve other clandestine functions? Are they utilized for travel, or is there a more sinister agenda at play, perhaps even preparations for doomsday scenarios? The destination of these tunnels remains shrouded in mystery, begging further investigation into this dark and deeply unsettling phenomenon.
Psychic medium, so I actually, every time I walk past his house, and obviously the Playboy mansion's right there, and we know about the tunnel.
He just said the Playboy mansion is right up there. So we're talking about...
It's intriguing to discover that Diddy's residence lies just an 8-minute stroll away from the infamous Playboy mansion, notorious for its rumored network of secret tunnels connecting to celebrity homes. The proximity begs the question, what could be the purpose of such clandestine connections? The answer remains elusive for now, but the implications are certainly tantalizing. It's reminiscent of your own rumored secret passageway into the Playboy mansion, shared with the enigmatic Jack Nicholson. The mystery deepens, inviting further speculation. Apparently, these tunnels are built by the elite to help them transport adult workers and kids who are victims of exploitation without getting caught by anybody, and that certainly makes sense when you consider all the allegations that have been coming out against Diddy. Allie Carter is a young woman who recently spoke out about how she endured unimaginable maltreatment, SA, and exploitation through these very underground tunnels. She asserted that Hollywood's most influential figures, including Diddy, are complicit in these atrocities.
Several law enforcement agencies are raiding the home of hip-hop mogul P. Diddy.
And tonight, we are learning it may be tied to alarming allegations.
According to her, there were shrines used for rituals. There were bloody places. There are parts where there are limbs. People cut off limbs and want you to have intimate acts in it. There's blood that I don't even know who it belongs to. There's a lot. There's people down there who want to, and down there's people who have intimate acts with animals, lifeless animals. I was taken and told that I had to give a, to Biden. So Joe Biden was there at this shrine. Something happened. I don't know what happened. I was down there for a while. There's certain people that you don't talk about because you just don't. There were certain people that I seen down there, from Beyonce, Jay-Z, but you don't tell on P. Diddy. But P. Diddy.
You're just a toy. You're not essential, as they call them. You're expendable. And
when asked by the interviewer, so you said you don't tell on these people, is that like a code that all victims adhere to? They don't talk about this stuff? The victim answered, yes, you don't, because nobody's going to believe you. You're nothing to them. You don't count. You're just a toy. You're not essential, as they call them. You're expendable. And as a child in that situation, I wasn't the type of person that was fighting all the time because I started to learn who I was. I started to learn my pimp. I started to learn what I was in. I started to learn that you don't fight. You watch what you say. You watch what you do. And at some point, I stopped fighting people. And I started to accept the fact of what I was told, that I was special enough to be with this person. I was special enough to be in the eyes of a celebrity or somebody who was on the radio or on TV, and I accepted that. Diddy was fully aware of the storm brewing on the horizon and foresaw the inevitable, and he's been meticulously planning his exit strategy for months. About a month prior to Cassie's allegations in November, a significant event unfolded at one of Diddy's final Hollywood gatherings, immortalized by a viral TikTok clip.
Honestly, I was already a little off because in the music industry, a lot of things were circling about Diddy for a long time. So I knew that this man had done some dark things. But the energy that I got from him in our brief handshake, how's it going, was that this man was completely lost.
Here's the statement from another insider that released his sentiments on TikTok. Back in October, I attended the City of Hope Gala in West Hollywood. I did interviews on the red carpet. And there were massive stars there within the hip-hop space. Master P, V. Gotti, Jay-Z, and many more. One person in attendance was Diddy, but he was much quieter than usual. Now, just for reference, this was about 1 month before Cassie's allegations made it into the public eye in November. There's a viral TikTok going around of Diddy's last Hollywood event, and that is the one that I was at. I actually happened to be backstage during this moment, and let me tell you, this man was lost. In this video, you see Diddy turning his head left and right, looking around.
Whenever he has a chance. But he was looking left to right, looking all around, and I was actually introduced to Diddy on that night. Don't worry, this was a public place.
We were backstage, and this was an area where he was basically hidden from the crowd. And if there's one thing about Diddy, he'll be in a music video dancing in the background whenever he has a chance. But he was looking left to right, looking all around. I was actually introduced to Diddy on that night. Don't worry, this was a public place. And the energy I got from him, honestly, I was already a little off because in the music industry, a lot of things were circling about Diddy for a long time. So I knew that this man had done some dark things. But the energy that I got from him in our brief handshake, how's it going, was that this man was completely lost. He was confused. He seemed like he thought the world was ending. And you could tell in that moment that something big was coming. But the interesting thing was that people were kind of avoiding him. So they must have known as well at this time that everything was going to come out about Diddy very soon, because there were massive stars there that would have usually been in a picture with Diddy, or Diddy would have been associating with them. As others in the gala were obviously avoiding the music mogul, it became abundantly clear that the specter of impending revelations loomed large, casting a cloud over what should have been a celebratory affair. As October went by and the Cassie allegations came to light about a month later, it seems more and more likely that Diddy had already started preparing contingencies ahead of time.
The thing that's so full of shit about Diddy's apology to Cassie is that even after Diddy settled the lawsuit with her, he still put out a statement denying all the allegations, right? Like, you're like, oh, I'm sorry for this on this video. Like, are we going to talk about when you put out a whole statement about how lying on your character, like all these vicious lies to disparage you, meanwhile here you are in 4K doing this? So what are you talking about?
The insider's encounter with Diddy in October of the previous year only reinforces this suspicion. His demeanor hinted at a man who was not merely reactive, but rather meticulously strategic, as if he had been bracing himself for the storm long before it made landfall. The notion that he may have been orchestrating an escape plan complete with clandestine tunnels beneath his residence, is certainly provocative, prompting speculation about the extent of his foresight and preparation. Exploring Diddy's situation and the broader context of the allegations against him and other key figures in the music industry offers valuable insights. From understanding his rumored escape plan to considering the potential impact on other artists involved, there's a lot to uncover. The story surrounding Diddy is far from reaching its conclusion. Indeed, it seems that while his days of impunity may be numbered, the full extent of the truth regarding his alleged transgressions is yet to be unveiled. Diddy, cognizant of the impending storm of scrutiny, may have orchestrated a timely departure from the United States, effectively eluding the grasp of justice for the time being. As a psychic medium attuned to the subtle energies permeating the environment, this intuition offers a unique perspective on the matter, hinting at an aura of darkness and foreboding that surrounds Diddy's residence. The proximity of his home to the infamous Playboy mansion, coupled with rumors of interconnected tunnels, makes this mystery all the more chilling, especially if the tunnels were created for covert escapes. Fans have noticed strange things and think there are hidden secrets. Recently, psychic mediums visited Diddy's house and felt spooky vibes, making people wonder even more about these tunnels. All these mysterious things suggest that the story is not over yet. Psychics have had visions about November 2023, showing that big secrets might be revealed soon. They saw symbols like a trumpet and people standing ready, which means many voices want to be heard and share the truth. Even though things seem uncertain now, one thing is sure: the truth will come out, bringing a new time where people are held responsible for their actions. The predictions of psychics regarding Diddy's fate have proven eerily accurate on multiple occasions, underscoring the mysterious forces at play in his life. One such clairvoyant boldly declared that November 2023 would serve as a watershed moment, heralding the exposure of long-held secrets surrounding the mysterious figure. True to the prophecy, the emergence of the lawsuit against Cassie during that very month provided a chilling confirmation of the psychic's foresight, further pulling Diddy into a web of intrigue and speculation. While rumors and opinions continue, a recurring theme emerges: Diddy's perceived reluctance to embrace his authentic self, particularly regarding his gender orientation. This may have fueled a cascade of troubles, from simmering anger issues to the unraveling of his professional empire. The recent divestment of his once iconic creation, Revolt TV, raises probing questions about his motives and financial situations, prompting speculation about the underlying reasons behind this dramatic shift in ownership. The genesis of this saga lies in Diddy's supposed efforts to conceal his true identity from the world, a decision that has since snowballed into a labyrinth of deception. However, the shadows cast by these revelations extend far beyond mere personal revelations. They intersect with darker realms, hinting at the possibility of a more sinister undertaking lurking beneath the surface. Recent allegations linking Diddy to child exploitation add a chilling dimension to the unfolding drama, casting a cloud of suspicion over his already tarnished reputation. The invocation of Madonna, Charlize Theron, and Sandra Bullock as parallels to his supposed adoption story serves as a stark reminder of the blurred lines between philanthropy and exploitation in the realm of celebrity adoptions. As the specter of scandal continues to ensnare Diddy, the veracity of the psychic's vision becomes increasingly difficult to dismiss. With each new revelation, the narrative veers further into the realm of the surreal, offering a glimpse into Diddy's psyche and the forces that propel him ever closer to the edge of reckoning.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Oh, Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baroni.
Ava Baroni Combs? Yes, it's breaking news.
The specter of Diddy's supposed adoptive daughter looms large, casting a sinister shadow over his already tainted legacy. Many have considered a chilling theory that she was not a beloved member of his family, but rather a pawn in a nefarious game of exploitation destined to be traded among Diddy's wealthy associates in a grotesque display of privilege and power. The mere suggestion of such depravity elicits a visceral reaction, prompting us to confront the darkest depths of human depravity and moral bankruptcy.
Black parent to take care of you and help you out. So, just clarify it, because it's crazy out here online. So we play with the kids, and I got permission from you.
The search for answers leads us down a very dark path, littered with fragments of evidence and whispers of conspiracy. Reports of Diddy's lavish parties attended by an elite group of individuals only serve to fuel speculation about the fate of his supposed adoptive daughter. Yet in the middle of the growing voices calling for justice, one cannot help but wonder, where does the truth lie in this tangled web of deceit? Even as we attempt to unearth the truth, the ever-watchful eye of authority looms large, with whispers of efforts to sanitize the digital landscape and erase traces of incriminating evidence. The urgency of the moment is palpable, as those in power scramble to conceal their complicity and preserve the facade of respectability. Yet, like the grains of sand slipping through their fingers, the truth persists, stubbornly refusing to be erased or forgotten. Against this backdrop of intrigue, the recent presence of certain individuals in the UK raises eyebrows and invites speculation about secret meetings and covert operations. The synchronicity of events culminating in a dramatic raid and the unmasking of systemic maltreatment within the entertainment industry sends shockwaves rippling through society, exposing the rot at its core. As the dust settles and the full extent of the horror becomes clear, we are left to grapple with the unsettling realization that the very institutions we once trusted have been complicit in perpetuating unspeakable atrocities. The parallels drawn between the rap industry and its counterparts in Hollywood, Disney, Nickelodeon, and the sordid legacy of Epstein do serve as a sobering reminder of the depths of human depravity and the urgent need for accountability and reform.
The female and Hillary Duff was another one who got discovered there at the pool. And they would push you to do pool activities because they said that's where you have the highest chance of getting discovered.
Now, what was the age range of the people that went to these at these camps?
The age ranges, the ones that I was familiar with, are ages 13 to 22.
The spread of conspiracy is tightening around Diddy as whispers of his complicity in these nefarious deeds echo through the corridors of power. It is whispered that he was not merely a passive observer, but an active participant, privy to insider knowledge that hinted at the impending storm of scrutiny poised to engulf him. The realization dawns with chilling clarity. Diddy's frantic efforts at damage control betray the depths of his desperation as he grapples with the impending reckoning. In all this chaos, certain names are being whispered in hushed tones. Their inclusion in the unfolding drama is sending shockwaves through the highest echelons of society. From Prince Harry to the enigmatic royals, the specter of their involvement looms large, casting a cloud of uncertainty over the proceedings. Yet amidst the chaos, one truth remains absolute. Diddy is just one cog in a vast machine of child exploitation, orchestrated by the rich and powerful elite who operate without fear of any repercussions. The spotlight now turns to Diddy's former confidant, Ashton Kutcher, whose long-standing association with the mogul raises uncomfortable questions about his own complicity.
But the right to pursue happiness for so many is stripped away. It's ripped. It's abused. It's taken by force, fraud, or coercion. It is sold for the momentary happiness of another.
Reports suggest that Kutcher may soon find himself ensnared in the widening net of a federal investigation. His once loyal friendship with Diddy is now strained to a breaking point in the face of mounting allegations. Whispers of Kutcher's attendance at Diddy's infamous parties, where humans were allegedly exploited and cameras captured celebrities in compromising positions, paints a disturbing picture of a world shrouded in darkness. It is rumored that Diddy wielded these illicit recordings as instruments of coercion, leveraging them to maintain control over his influential circle of acquaintances. Now that the floodgates of revelation have been opened and Diddy's sordid secrets are laid bare, apprehension is reverberating throughout Hollywood's elite. Those who once reveled in Diddy's debauched gatherings now find themselves cast under a shadow of suspicion, their past indiscretions threatening to resurface with devastating consequences. As the tendrils of corruption tighten their grip, those who willingly partook in Diddy's lurid escapades are left to ponder the ominous specter of retribution. The stakes have never been higher, and the specter of justice looms large on the horizon, casting a long shadow over all who dared to dance in Diddy's dark embrace. But what do you think about all this? What do you think is lying beneath Diddy's properties, and what other secrets might unfold in these secret passages? Let us know your theories in the comments. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.